Daytime. SCP Daytime.
Well, it looks like it's going to be another fine day.
Resistance is futile. Just simulate the day.
Go ahead. Make my day.
How was your day today? Did you have a good day today or a bad day today? Well, what kind of day was it? Well, I don't know. How about you? How was your day?
We have a big show for
Good luck, showboy.
How and away we go.
That's the smartest thing I've heard all day.
SCP Daytime.
Had a few minutes to kill the other day, and not feeling particularly in the mood to check Facebook or recheck Facebook or watch any and/or all episodes of any and/or all versions of Law & Order on TBS, TNT, Wii, or Sundance, I decided to take a few minutes to contribute something to mankind. Here you go. Let's put a stop to the silliness, wackiness, oh hell, let's just call it what it is, the god-awful, gnarly mess of the American political process, most especially where it pertains to the way we elect a president of the United States.
Oh, gnarly!
Yeah, I know you're thinking, my God, don't I realize what a complex labyrinth we're talking about here and what it would take to revamp a system so multi-layered, so intricately designed and implemented that there are thousands of books and probably hundreds of college-level courses that deal only with that system itself? Sure I did. And it turns out, actually, not so much. And by not so much, I'm talking about what it would take to revamp a complex labyrinth of a system so multi-layered, so intricately designed and implemented that there are thousands of books and probably hundreds of college-level courses that deal only with that system itself. Here's what it would take. And only because it's an election year and a candidate worth his pillar of salt will go to the time and trouble of having one of his or her people go to the time and trouble of coming up with, say, a 5-point plan to save the nation and or mankind, I feel like I should get in the spirit of things and offer my what would it take here this way. Eliminate the existing primary caucus system. Eliminate the electoral college. There you go. All done. No, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck, and no, I'm not crazy. My mother didn't have me tested, but there were no tests for crazy when I was a kid. Back then, we were just told to shut up, sit up straight, eat our vegetables, clean our rooms, and don't be crazy. Or else. And the or else was largely about a when your father gets home kind of thing. In a time when that kind of thing still had some clout. Long before kids had child services, child rearing experts, and an expectation of a trophy just for showing up to neuter that cloud. As far as elaboration of the fine points of my 2-point plan are concerned, there are actually 4 ways that could go. Let's call that my 4-point option plan. I could talk for hours about the minutiae of every little nuance of every little shred, shard, and or sliver of the primary points in a manner guaranteed to either turn you off completely, drive you away in droves, or send you clicking your way back to Facebook and or any and or all episodes of any and or all versions of Law & Order on TBS, TNT, Wii, or Sundance. I could simply fall back on the fashionable, apparently very popular explanatory style of Donald Trump and just tell you, hey, I'm going to do it, okay? And it'll be great. I'm going to make a great deal, and it'll be great, because I'm just going to do it, okay? I could send you in the direction of some well-written essays that echo my 2-point plan and offer a little more detail that I'm inclined to offer you here. By the way, a link to one of those articles is included at the end of today's piece. I could give you a simple little synopsis of both points of my original 2-point plan. You know what? Yeah, let's go with that. Presented, of course, in a manner that assures us as much comprehension as possible given the current American attention span and the fact that it's been almost 4 minutes since I told you what the 2-point plan is. Point number 1. Eliminate the existing primary caucus system. Election year 2016, with its endless and seemingly perpetual cavalcade of debates, town halls, forums, yada, blah, blah, ad nauseum, has made it clear we need to find a way to whittle down the choices for the 2 main candidates as soon, for the love of God, as humanly possible. The existing primary system just drags that out. And drags. And drags. And tries to create a clear picture for us by taking thousands of little tiles, shaking them up in one of those big drums they use to pick contest winners on TV, drawing them out handfuls at a time, and then throwing them at the sticky board in hopes that clear pictures will emerge all on their own. There's an oldie but goodie metaphor there involving a wall and throwing shit against it that rings a bell here, but let's stay on point. Point 1 of the 2-point plan calls for elimination of the existing primary system by replacing with a simple single activity, National Primary Day. Any and all the qualified candidates, and how do we qualify them? People, please, look around you. When have we ever qualified anyone? would be on the ballot at your local fire hall, school cafeteria, wherever you usually cast your ballot, and you, yes you crazy properly registered voter ID carrying member of that one-of-a-kind mob, the American people, would vote for your top 2 favorites. Of course, if we wanted to increase voter turnout by making it more fun, we could incorporate some of the more well-known methods of eliminating contestants and or choosing winners in our culture. Spin a Price is Right prize wheel. Have the candidates participate in a Survivor-esque tribal council vote their ass off the island ballot challenge of some. You know what? Wait, here's a fun one. Have the candidates give the first 30 seconds of their stump speeches, and we either hit that big red button to turn our big red chairs around, or we don't. All I would demand in any of those scenarios would be the prohibiting in any way of the presence of Ryan Seacrest. And your top 2 favorite candidates after the break. Once the votes are tabulated, bada bing, in the words of the noted political analyst Agatha Christie, then there were 2.
And like that, he's gone.
Point number 2. Eliminate the Electoral College. This debate has been going on for literally decades now, and while the original premise leading to the original concept of it was appropriate for its time, Google it and read about it if you're uninformed about it. The concept of the electors and their college needs to go the way of the Pony Express, the 8-track tape, and any of that crap Seth MacFarlane keeps churning out.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I know. MacFarlane's crap is current and contemporary, but as long as we're tossing out crap. The 2 remaining candidates, chosen on that national primary day that we just talked about really, just 2 minutes or so ago, would be on the election day ballot. And we, the people, the whole people, and nothing but the people, so help us God, would choose between those 2. What? Do the big red chair thing again? Grow up. Electing a president is serious business. Let's not turn this thing into a circus, okay? First, our status as a shining example of the dignified, passionate, but intelligent choice of the leadership of the free world is to be maintained at all times. And it's the circus that this thing has become that we're trying to do away with here. One last thought. Many of you are probably wondering why I didn't use my time and talents to tackle some of the more pressing challenges of life in the year 2016 and chose instead to take on revamping of our presidential election system. Due respect? That's a silly question, because I told you at the outset, I just had a few minutes to kill.
This is my country, land of my birth. This is my country, grandest on earth.
SCP Daytime is produced by My Production Company. Questions, opinions, and comments are welcome. Email us, sepdaytime@myproductioncompany.biz.
For this is my country.